And jiu-jitsu is just a baby, Doria. What do you think the future brings for the sport?
Well, we're living the future right now, right? We're living the future. We see a tournament that just paid $262,000 in prizes, but 2 years ago we had an event in South Korea that paid $250,000 in prizes too. So this is becoming like, I'm not going to say that every tournament is going to pay that amount of money.
But there's a precedent now.
There's a precedent, and so we're gonna see more and more because jiu-jitsu is a sport that like anyone can practice. It's not like, oh, I have to be gifted.
No.
In certain, like basketball, if you're not tall, you're not playing unless you're Muggsy Bogues. But other than that, you can't. So you have to understand that jiu-jitsu is the easiest way. I would say not easiest, but it is the easiest way for an average Joe to become a special Joe.
And how important
true.
you
like that. I like that.
You both of you guys have a YouTube channels. How important is the social media for the development,
Yeah.
of
You got it.
of your jiu-jitsu career?
I think Master Doria can answer first.
I honestly, what I do in my YouTube channel is just help the community to get more information from a raw source that won't.
Why the media in Brazil don't post about this big tournament? What do you think? You was talking about that on your last video. I was watching. I always watch your videos. I love it. And why?
I honestly don't know. I think that most of them are lazy or they're not paying too much attention. And there's another thing that's really important. We were talking about, no, gi is the future of jiu-jitsu. I wouldn't say that. I agree with Mika that gi is never going to die, but we're seeing here what's happening in the US with like a lot of no-gi tournaments and no-gi professionals making a lot of money and all that stuff. Why? Because we're in the US and there are a lot of North Americans winning in no-gi.
Yes, true.
And why don't we have the Brazilian media paying too much attention? Because there's fewer Brazilians winning in no gi. So they pay a lot of attention in the gi because that's where we reign.
Yeah.
So there's only Brazilians winning in the gi. If you're going to see, there's a trend. And I said that in 2016. I told them, hey, the more Americans win in the gi, the better for the sport, the more investment we're going to have. Because right now, all we see is promotions putting on no-gi shows. We don't see a lot of gi shows right now.
No.
Because there's no Americans winning. So if we have more Americans winning, so when they say, Brazil versus the United States, no, that's stupid. That's totally stupid. I want more North Americans coming to the gyms, learning and getting better and winning and beating us. It's going to be good for everyone. And then we have to evolve our jiu-jitsu and beat them back. Yeah. And keep doing that. And we win and they win. And we have my dream is we have
better sport.
We have 10 weight classes at Worlds, right? Adult black belt. Right. 10 weight classes. 5 Brazilians or in 5 Americas is not ideal. Like if we have 2 guys from the Netherlands, 1 guy from Japan, the other guy from the United States,
would be ideal,
2 guys from Brazil. And we have the whole world like judo is. Like the Olympics. You don't have a supremacy. Supremacy is not great for anyone. Right. So we want this to change.
This is a sport that brings people together.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I particularly don't like when some people push the narrative that it's got to be Brazilians against Americans. Yeah. And then a lot of talking about the media also, we know that we live in a time where the media is focusing mostly on negative stuff, right? I remember seeing the Rutolo brothers in ADCC. And one of them competed, right? Ty. But do you remember that the brother was his coach?
Yeah.
I was like, what are these? They looked 12 years old at that time. They
lost a lot of weight.
And they looked so young, and they were by themselves. It was just them two. He would warm him up. He would coach him before he went and fought Micael, or somebody like that. So it was impressive to see somebody so young display such a good character, poise, and compete in the way they did. And I was a little bit taken back and saddened that was not one of the biggest stories that was covered from that tournament.
Right.
Because I was like, this is going to be all over the place. This is spectacular to see a kid that young, performing like that. We see it with you now. So I would really like to encourage the media and to see the media And that's kind of what we would try to do here in BJJ World Champion Conversations, right? To try to show, like you said, Mika, the better side of our sport, the positive side of our sport, right? Because we choose what we feed, right? And I believe that's important that we all represent the sport in that way.
It's beautiful.